Stan Lee was a creative genius, and his impact on pop culture is rivaled only by the likes of Walt Disney and George Lucas. His passing has come as a tragic event for millions of fans across the globe. In an era where literally everyone saw Black Panther and then Avengers Infinity War, it's hard not to be impacted by his life. So, here at Movie Babble, we decided we'd take a look at all of Stan Lee's cameos across his long film career. Starting at number 36, here is every Stan Lee cameo ranked. Coming in dead last, X-Men, because Stan Lee does pretty much nothing, just kind of stands there. More like Standally, am I right? I'm fired. Blink and you'll miss it. Next up is Stan Lee's cameo in Spider-Man. Phenomenal cameo, but it's basically the same thing from the last movie, so it's coming in third to last. Look out! Started from the bottom, now we're here. Iron Man 2, still pretty much at the bottom, repeating the same cameo from Iron Man 1, and it's not nearly as fun.
What a pleasure, nice to see you.
Larry King.
Larry! Oh, yes, my people.
A for effort, but Stan Lee's Avengers cameo just doesn't live up to the film itself.
Superheroes in New York? Give me a break.
These so-called heroes have to be held responsible for the destruction done to the city.
It's funny, but not as funny as Stan Lee thinks it is.
That is hilarious.
X-Men: The Last Stand may be one of the worst X-Men movies, but it does have one of the most memorable Stan Lee cameos. Stan Lee's X-Men: The Last Stand cameo was so memorable, in fact, that they basically copied the exact same thing for X-Men Apocalypse, a movie that's equally as terrible. Thor: The Dark World just barely skates by at being better than X-Men Apocalypse, and Stan Lee's cameo in the film is no exception. It's sort of funny, but doesn't quite hit the right notes, just like Thor: The Dark World.
Simple. Any questions?
Yeah, can I have my shoe back?
Another blink and you'll miss it. Stan Lee is back for Iron Man 3. Stan Lee's scene in Infinity War is my personal favorite. Unfortunately, he gets extremely overshadowed by what is Ned's funniest moment in perhaps the entire MCU.
Hey, I need you to cause a distraction.
Holy shit. We're all gonna die! There's a spaceship!
What's the matter with you kids? You never seen a spaceship before?
Cover your eyes, kids. This one's about to get R-rated.
Now, give it up for chastity!
The only other person who has been able to make Thor, the God of Thunder, scream in the MCU is Jeff Goldblum. So props to Stan Lee for doing it here. Just don't touch the guy's hair.
Now don't you move. My hands aren't as steady as they used to be.
By Odin's beard, you shall not cut my hair, lest you feel the wrath of the mighty Thor. Please, kind sir, do not cut my hair. No!
This intro pretty much sums it up.
Ants! Ants! Ant-Man!
Bartender goes, look at the girl I'm with. You know what I'm saying? She's crazy, stupid, fine, right? The bartenders are all like, yeah, crazy, stupid, fine. So
Stan Lee may be a Class A prevert, but this is a Class A cameo.
Look at Mr. Smiles over here. Where's your wife, old man? What a Class A prevert.
If you're gonna fight a war, you gotta wear a uniform.
Is it technically stealing if it was already Captain America's uniform?
Oh, man. I am so fired.
Remember the days when Thor himself wasn't allowed to be funny? Thankfully, Stan Lee was there to break the tension.
Did it work?
The very model of a modern major general.
In America. Captain, that's your cue.
I thought he'd be taller.
Subpar reboot. Above par cameo. Stan the Man gets to be part of the plot in this one.
Here's something a bit more interesting. It's possible gamma sickness. Milwaukee. A man drank one of those Guarana sodas. Guess it had a little more kick than he was looking for.
Wow.
Teenagers, am I right?
Every day with these damn alarms! Shut it off!
Don't make me come down there, you punk.
Hey, Gary! How you doing?
Marjorie, how are you? How's your mother?
I don't like to talk about Daredevil, but this is at least a cool nod to the comics.
Hey, Murdoch!
Another lackluster film, another great comic book character brought to life by Stan Lee himself.
Welcome back to the Baxter, Dr. Richards. I've got the usual for you. Good to have you back, sir.
Thanks, Billy.
Who is it that Stan Lee reminds me of? Oh, that's right.
Remember me?
Sure don't. Look great, Hef.
Stan Lee's cameos come in all shapes and sizes.
Well, the 60s were fun, but now I'm paying for it.
Fourth wall break incoming.
Wow, nice suit.
Zip it, Stanley!
One of his best cameos, and it's not even a Marvel movie.
And it's time they make one about me. Come on! Jade Wilson's soundstage must be around here somewhere.
Hey, I'm Stan Lee, doing my subtle cameo.
Excuse me, Mr. Stan.
This is a DC movie? Oh, gee, I gotta get out of here. Hey!
Stan Lee?
I'm back. I don't care if it's a DC movie. I love cameos.
Not now, Stan Lee!
Excelsior!
If he's playing himself, does it count as a cameo? We're gonna count it anyways.
Looking at that couple inside?
Actually, I was just looking at this little pink number over here.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of nice. They look happy, don't they?
What, the bras?
No, the couple. They look happy.
I guess, as far as couples go.
You know, It reminds me of an issue of Spider-Man I did when Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy went lingerie shopping. Of course, the Green Goblin showed up, and he pumpkin bombed the hell out of the place. But aside from that, it's pretty much the same thing.
Oh my God. Holy shit! Aren't you?
Oh, Stanley. Hi.
This cameo confirms that Stan Lee was actually God in the Fantastic Four franchise.
Invitation, sir.
I should be on that list.
Name?
Stanley.
Yeah, nice try, buddy.
No,
Nice
no,
try.
really.
Table for one, Mr. Stank.
Are you Tony Stank?
Yes, this is Tony Stank. You're in the right place. Thank you for that. Never dropping that, by the way. Table for one, Mr. Stank. Please, by the bathroom.
A Lou Ferrigno cameo inside a Stan Lee cameo. That's like 16 cameos.
Security ought to be Good morning, Dr. Crenswell. Security ought to be beefed up a lot more. In a place like this, you can't...
Let's face it, this is probably the best scene in the movie.
I gotta have some of that.
No. See, this was aged for 1,000 years. The barrels built from the wreck of Grunhill's fleet is not meant for mortal men.
Neither was Omaha Beach, Blondie. Stop trying to scare us. Come on.
All right.
Excelsior.
I really hope Stan Lee had better hygiene than he did in Big Hero 6.
Dad, I just wish I could share my accomplishments with you. You mean so much to me, and honestly, I've always felt a distance, what with you being on the family island all the time, and I just wish you could see how...
Fred. Son.
Dad.
I wear 'em front. I wear 'em back. I go inside out. Then I go front and back.
Dad!
We have a lot to talk about.
Stan Lee's funniest cameo by far. Please do not at me.
Big crabs.
Hey, you won.
You know what? I think I'll just take these, bring them over here, and hold on for safekeeping.
This cameo confirms the nerd theory that myself and the internet have been harboring for almost 10 years. Go Stan.
Oh, man. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, at that time, I was a Federal Express man. Hey, fellas. Hey, wait, where are you going? Hey, you were supposed to be my lift home. How'll I get out of here? Hey, gee, I've got so many more stories to tell. Guys. Oh, gee.
Not gonna lie, I hate this movie, but the cameo's pretty good.
I think I know that guy.
I'm not crying, you are.
You know, I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said.